Bringing you a garden update here. It's Monday after work here, and we just finished up about 4 days of rain, so everything out here is good and soft. But Sunday before last, so about 8 days ago, I got all this squash and zucchini in here, and I planted about 15 of them. Sorry, shaking the camera. Did these bean plants as well up the trellis. So I don't think I've done a video since I finished the trellis here, but essentially, you know, I got the top line across there, top rope, the trellis hanging to it. I zip tied it, but I wish I'd have went ahead and taken the approach that I did down here, where I just wound the line through the trellis netting. That may have been more difficult to put it up at the top to get that done, but I might do that next year. But anyways, so the beans here, you know, I planted about 10 bean plants, and I got a couple that have died. The rest are looking good, and they're starting to trellis up the netting. Out of all these guys here, you know, I've got a couple that didn't make it here, and here, and there. But with this rocky soil, I think I spent about 5 hours out here doing that last Sunday and managed to only get 25 things planted. So I'm going to try to get out here some more this evening and get a few more things in the ground. Starting on trellises here, I'm going to run for cucumbers and tomatoes. I'm going to put a row here of the cucumbers. Probably put some tomatoes in the end. I'm not going to do a full row of cucumbers. And then we'll do peppers and stuff in between, and put the tomato, another row of trellises over there. And I've got my T-posts over here ready to go. And all I'm going to do for them is I'm just going to run a rope across the top and then a rope across the bottom. And I'll show you this here in a couple weeks whenever it gets finished. But then wherever I've got a plant, I'm going to run a vertical line of baling twine between the two ropes, and just use these little plastic clips like this just to fasten the tomato plant or the cucumber vine to that. So we're going to see how that works out. I've seen a lot of people do that in greenhouses, and I'm going to try that here in my open garden. Let me step over this rope here. Now on this side, you can see a lot of green out there, and remember, if you watched the previous video, I did seed this with clover. I wanted to make sure that I had a good cover going for everything that's not going to be planted. That's all starting to come in pretty good. I am starting to see a few blades of grass out there, and that concerns me a little bit. Hopefully it won't be too much, and the clover will come in and take over, and won't have to worry about too much grass. Maybe I'll have to just pick it or hoe it out here and there. But this here's my rows of sunflowers, and you can see there's one, you know, there's something there, you know. I basically got a couple of rows of sunflowers here all together, and the seedlings are starting to come up through. And then we move in this direction over here, see if I can find one. There's a seedling from some corn. There's one right there that's come up, and then you can see some more. So I've got 6 rows of corn out here that I've planted, and so some of those seedlings are starting to pop up. There's a couple more right there. They're kind of close together, so might have to thin those out. And then all over here is where I did 4 rows of okra. I've got a couple rows here and a couple rows here. And let's see here, I know I saw some a second ago when I was looking, but I've got what looks like there's some of the okra seedlings starting to pop up through over here. And these rows is where I had my new seeds that I got from High Mowing Seeds this season. These 2 rows over here is where I used the old seeds from last year that I saved from some of the okra plants. And I've walked up and down here, and I haven't seen what looks like any that have popped up yet and germinated. So this will be an interesting experiment to see if any of that does. But anyways, we're starting to get the seedlings from some of this stuff to pop up. Also, I mentioned a while ago, you know, I put the bean plants down here that I had germinated and raised in the grow room down through here. I just went ahead and planted the rest of my bean seeds that I had down there, and I walked that line just a few minutes ago, and I didn't see any of them pop up yet. But with the 4 days of rain we've just had, maybe they're still there and ready to pop up. It's still only about 70 degrees. We had a couple days of 80-degree weather right before the rain hit, but we still hadn't got into any real warm temps yet, so I'm not terribly concerned. If we get into the 80s here next week or something like that, hopefully we'll see something. But All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take a break here and get back to work, and we'll take another shot here in the grow room at some of the plants that I got ready and show you what's going on there. All right guys, back over here at the grow room, and I got some stuff out here kind of hardening in the sun, or in the shade now, but was hardening in the sun. This stuff's out here. Actually, it's been out all day. It's been out for a few days before the rain, and I'm going to go ahead and try to get it in the ground here this evening. The rest of this stuff, I'm going to try to get it hardened up as soon as possible. I think it's about ready to go in any day now. This stuff here is long overdue. We got some squashes and some cucumbers and zucchinis and stuff like that, but it's long overdue. And all the peppers, tomatoes, got different varieties of salad tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, and beefsteak and whatnot, and a few other pepper varieties and some more squash and zucchini and stuff. And so let's see if we can get all that in here sometime this week. It'll start raining again on Thursday, and looks like rain all weekend long, so we're just gonna have to get it in when we get it in. If not, it'll just keep growing on the shelves until it's looking like that. So hopefully this stuff will survive and make it until then. But let's go inside and take a look. All right, in here in the grow room, empty shelves because it's all outside. Got some stuff under the grow lights here. Got some more bean plants, and looks like they're withering up a little bit, so I need to hurry up and get them out into some soil and get them good and watered. And a lot more zucchini and squashes and cucumbers and stuff. And then a handful more peppers, some more cherry tomatoes down there, and some more cherry tomatoes over here. I think maybe those aren't cherries. Yep, those are cherries. Okay, so haven't started any more of these. That other tomato one was a failure, but I'm just way behind because of the rain, because of the weather. So I'm gonna try to do it, get what done as I can. Get a few more of those in here tonight, and maybe I can get some of these potted up here as well, and try to get them healthy and everything back to life. All right, guys, that's it. I'll keep you updated. Talk to you later.